Hello, y'all. Today is Wednesday, July 8th, 2020. I was able to get me some sleep last night, but it was spotty, kind of scattered. Um, Waking up every 2 hours, and I guess that's how it happens when I finally, and it's only when I'm outside, not when I'm inside, but I have, like, when I finally do get sleep, I'm woken up with forced urge to hurry up and go and run and pee, and a lot comes out, and then I realize that the swelling goes down on my ankles and stuff. Not completely, but it reduced some since last night, you know. So I can't always get my hands on proper fruits and vegetables and healthy stuff. But yesterday I bought, and I think it was Sunday or Saturday when I went to Publix, and there was a buy one get one free natural green drink. So that helped me, you know. So I mean, when you go to restaurants and get a salad, it's usually just lettuce, tomatoes, onions, cheese, and eggs, or chicken or something like that. It's not like spinach, carrots, or kale and carrots and beets and celery and stuff like that, and some chickpeas. You know, it's kind of harder to have access to something like that, you know. So, and it wouldn't even be romaine lettuce. It would be more like iceberg lettuce. It'll be more like iceberg lettuce, and some tomato, onion, and I hate onions. You know, I had to force myself to tolerate onions, and I hate tomatoes. Um, so, um, so I was able to um get me some, some, some green drink, you know. So I keep on looking to see if there's a bus because I have my earphones in my ear, and I don't want the loud buses to be distracting. No, that's not a bus. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about the idea of me being homeless, and people talk about the idea of me wearing out my welcome. You know, the first time after being homeless, and they wrongfully banned me from Harrah's Casino in New Orleans after I kept getting attacked by bed bugs and at the Salvation Army in New Orleans. You pay to stay at these shelters, and then they have poor quality conditions, and they don't even care. The health department doesn't care. I mean, how the hell is New Orleans Salvation Army allowed to operate, and then as of 2018, they would charge people at least $300 a month. The price probably went up. So, me thinking about my cousin Blake that got shot and killed for almost 4 years ago. That's all I was thinking, was avoiding myself because New Orleans being a high crime city, I try to just protect myself inside of a building. And they acting like as if they had a right to not explain to me why they kicked me out and banned me from Harrah's Casino. I didn't go there to gamble, but I just went there to try to stay safe inside of a building. And every now and then, if I had the money, I bought a few things from the restaurants. And they tell me that that's not good enough. That you have to be physical. You can't even you know. All I know is that they kicked me out, and then I had to hear a lecture about how they got cameras. They got cameras, like black ladies, and a black man who, they try to justify. And I wrote a bad Google review about them, and they still try to justify their so-called right to ban me, and didn't even tell me why. Made it like I was a bad person, but they still refused to tell me what I did wrong, But I didn't. They must have caught on to the idea of me being homeless, because I heard that they're super prejudiced of homeless and protect the rich. And that, you know, I had to hear a lecture about them having cameras or whatever, And then there was a black man. He was a random guy walking down the street on Poydras, and I told him about what happened, and he said I had to hear a lecture about wearing out my welcome. But at the exact same moment that they just kicked me out, because what happened was, I would be going to Harris, and I would go and hide in the bathroom away from everybody, and it would be extremely cold up in there, and plus they would have loud music, and so or I would sit and charge my phone and be forced to be awake, because they made sure they keep tabs on you and make sure you're not sleeping or whatever. So it was so cold that I couldn't even sleep if I wanted to, But they had this homeless lady who was shitting on the toilet, and wait a minute, let me back up. So I left the casino because I was too cold, and went somewhere, probably to the store, to get me something to eat because I was hungry. And then I went back and I asked, can I use the bathroom? And then the lady said, are you coming to gamble? I said, please, I just need to use the bathroom, like, so bad, And so then I went and used the bathroom, and it was a black lady sitting on it. She was homeless, and she was shitting on the toilet and smoking a cigarette. And so then when I got out of the bathroom, I got kicked out, and I had to hear a lecture about how they got cameras, That's not just a foster mom gesture. That's a New Orleans thing. Let me tell you something. They got cameras. New Orleans, they don't say camera. They say They got cameras. So then, they had a black man lecturing me about. The man who I told the story to, a random guy on the streets. He had no connection with the hotel. I'm sorry, it was a hotel and casino. But I went in the casino part, So he tried to lecture me about wearing out my welcome, So I never heard of the term about wearing out your welcome. But some people try to say the wearing out your welcome thing, that it's biblical. That people try to say that it's somewhere in the Bible, that if you go by a person's house too much, or something like that, you'll be wearing out your welcome, or they'll get sick and tired of you eventually, But I don't know where in the Bible it says something like that. I would assume it's in the Old Testament. So it's like, even when I'm I see these, as long as you're rich, I guess there's no such thing as wearing out your welcome, These men who are, they look financially well off, and they're welcome to go to Burger King every day on Elysian Fields in New Orleans, And it seemed like they've been a lifelong customer. Like, you from New Orleans and you worship Burger. Come on, all these local restaurants, and you from New Orleans and you worship doggone Burger King every morning for years, or you go to McDonald's every morning for years. I mean, I just don't get how people do that. I mean, every single morning, never miss a morning. For like at least 20 years, you and your friends go to Burger King and have breakfast and socialize together, you know. But as long as they're rich and financially well off, they're, they're not wearing out their welcome. But, I mean, I guess after 12 days of me going breakfast, lunch, and dinner and paying for it at the fake Everman over there, at the fake Everman over there, I must have worn out my welcome after being a loyal customer. And some of the employees said that they appreciated me being a loyal customer, for 12 days. And then you sit there and straight call the police on me, and the police try to say that the manager, that if he wants to work for Satan, then that's his right. But that's a young ass 20-year-old kid cop who thinks he's smarter than you, and you know how the bully fag cops are, and I'm gonna call them the bully fag cops, and I don't care if you get offended. They're the bully fag cops, So here's my doggone bag right here. I've been trying to keep this to a minimum. Some people tell me I don't even look homeless. I try my best to stay clean, but I've been in this for a few days, not having a place I can shower. But, I mean, I'm sorry to tell TMI, but I guess once my monthly visitor is over, the menstruation is over, then I can be, then I can be more free to take a shower outside at the beach. So I'm just forced to stay dirty, while going through this time, and have no place to shower. I don't do gym memberships because I don't want them to take money out of I don't want them to act like they think they own my bank account. That's why I don't do memberships. Gym membership, I don't want them to act like they think they own my bank account. But if UWF campus, their pool opens back up again, and they were gang stalking me heavily over there. If their pool opens back up again, I'm gonna just go there to shower and probably sauna. But I made a vow to not go in the pool because of my hair. But I kept on having dreams about swimming a lot ever since after I cut my hair. I've been having so many dreams about when I do get sleep, having dreams about swimming in the pool, So back to the when I went to the hotel at the Sheraton on Canal Street in New Orleans, and one lady had told me, you can come anytime you want, if you need to use the bathroom. Then the very next day, they had this white guy. They say he was a brand new security guard. But I heard that's what they do. They plant these perps as a certain position on purpose just to fuck with you. So the brand new security guard used to give me a hassle and give me a fight about using the bathroom, while the front desk people will be nice enough to, and that's what every hotel at night in New Orleans, the front desk people are always nice enough to let me use the bathroom, but it's always the fake ass security guards who would be an abusive bully who wouldn't allow me to use the bathroom, So, it's like me going to Bodacious just about every day. Well, I guess I've been starting to go back over there because I wouldn't be going there if UWF campus was open, except on a Sunday. I would go on Sunday since, the buses, except the military bus, they run. But, I would go there to eat breakfast and charge my phone. But ever since, that Alex, the gang stalker Alex, he would try to copy my routines, my opinions, my habits. Just like on that video, y'all heard him tell that so-called targeted individual, that fake Ti black lady who appeared homeless. She just got finished telling me she had a lot of money, but then I don't even know if she was mocking me being homeless, and if she was friends with him and try to argue with me and said that that wasn't the same guy in the video, which I know that was. So, I mean, so she tried to gaslight me. So he was telling her, oh yeah, I don't like flies and bugs. I don't like flies and bugs. Trying to, act like narcissistic abusers love to act like they want to have everything in common with their victims. They act like that has to be an important thing to try to copy and mimic everything. And there was something else. Yeah, Alex wants to copy off of me with having a reserved spot when we. He wants to copy off of me with going to Bodacious every Sunday. I try to switch up my routine. He does that too. Go somewhere else. Follow me there. So, but then he'll lie and say I'm the one following and harassing him. So, just like my twin sister would do something dirty to me and then lie and say I did it to you and then play victim. So, it seemed like they eventually started to treat me like I'm not welcome at Bodacious. They never kicked me out or banned me, but, they would do stuff, giving me a half a bowl of grits and stuff on purpose to make it like as if I'm clearly not welcome. Well, yesterday they gave me a full container of grits, but they must have known in advance. I came early, and I was one of the first customers, but I didn't plan on intend to go. But at the last minute, I thought to go, and it's like they ended up making the grits so freaking nasty and miserable to eat. It's like, who the hell made these grits? So the moment they make the grits nasty on purpose, and now they give me a full container of grits. They made it bland and nasty. Like, usually it tastes so good each and every time, but I don't know what they did yesterday and made the grits nasty. So it's like, I guess they give me hints that I'm not welcome. So just before the coronavirus thing got shut all the businesses down, I withdrew my membership and got frustrated and said I was never coming to that place again. And before then, the people were nice and more welcoming and giving me like free stuff and discounts and giving me free gift cards and paying for my stuff for me. And now these new people came suddenly before my eyes and got rid of the good people, and now all the wicked people are there. And it looks like there's a high turnover at Bodacious, but they have that chef named James, who's a narcissistic abuser and treat me like as if I deserve to be punished for no reason. And he sees me every day and refuses to say hi or anything. And they have a black man, I don't know if he's one of the dishwashers or whatever, and he always look at me like I'm crazy or give me mean, dirty looks or whatever. And, any other place if I go too frequently, me being homeless and having nowhere to go, I have to, the idea of me wearing out my welcome. Like, they had no problem with me sleeping on University of New Orleans, where I graduated from, UNO, University of New Orleans. I graduated and got my bachelor's degree from there. They had no problem with me sleeping on the campus for 6 months and knew I was an alumni, but they had a street theater or a fake situation on purpose to set me up to be, they lied on me and set me up to be banned. And that's the reason why I immediately moved from New Orleans to come here to Pensacola. So every time I try to rent a room in New Orleans, it's either the place was like $600 and bed bug infested, or I had to deal with it would be $800 and there would be a smoker. This must be a gang stalker because it's the sun is coming out and you got on your high beams and you come near me. You know, yep, you're a typical Chevy coward. That's a green Chevy Z71. I don't know if that's an Avalanche. But I saw them gang stalking me before. You know, I mean, if I didn't put the camera on that person, um, they would have still been sitting there. You know, they were gang stalking me heavily yesterday evening too, closer to my sleep spot. You know, I mean, so I'm. It's like other places. It seems like people like there's some places I just get straight banned for no reason at all, and other places that it seems like as if they give me hints that I'm unwelcome by doing stuff like cheating me out my money and cheating me out my food and stuff. You know, but y'all know why I don't go to the homeless soup kitchens because, you know, too much trouble. And then the last time I went to the one here at the Washburn Center over there, it was a guy who threatened me with a knife. You know, so that's one of the reasons why I don't go to homeless soup kitchens. You know, and when I told other targeted individuals, they acted like I told at least 3 of them, and they act like they didn't care. You know, so I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye bye.